Hi, Cancer. I don't know why I got a little choked up there for a second. Hope you're doing well whenever you see this. I reached right for the tarot, but I want to start out with Power of Surrender. See what you need to surrender right now. It is March 16th, 2022. 2 days away from the full moon in Virgo. So let's see. What should be surrendered? And this fell sideways. There can be miracles, Cancer, if you believe. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know what secrets, why did I say secrets? That's not on the card. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. So I'm not sure what the secret energy is about, but let's keep going. Surrender to trust at the bottom of the deck. Trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. Okay, so something really nice might happen soon here, Cancer, and so there's going to be a need for you to trust yourself and the decision that you want to make, right? So that is going to require trust. And maybe you might be someone who likes to ask other people's opinion a lot, like, hey, what do you think I should do? But you want to be more trusting of your own inner compass. Trusting of your own inner compass. What is it that you want to do? Because you can get other people's opinions, but you don't want to do that in excess. And you don't want to be asking everybody, especially for something new, brand new in your life. Surrender frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. Well, yeah. Surrender to prayer. So I feel like whatever this is that comes up, it's going to put you in a little bit of a pickle, and it may be a good pickle. Like, I have to make a tough choice, but it's going to be one that makes you feel like you're between a rock and a hard place when it comes to two maybe really good options. You're going to want to pray. Surrender to prayer at the bottom of the deck. And it may be a little bit frustrating, but I feel like your spirit team is going to be able to help you kind of center yourself so that you know what decision to make. When you quiet yourself, I think the answer will be available to you. So yeah, maybe you're being guided to trust yourself and your inner guidance, your inner knowing, and your higher power, rather than asking around. That might be something you tend to do. Is there anything else Cancer should surrender right now? Okay, we're gonna move on to the We got 3 more, Cancer. Surrender stubbornness. Surrender to the magic of who you are. Surrender to your full power. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, so with surrender to miracles and surrender to the magic of who you are, I feel like you're being asked to remember that you deserve good things, and when something good happens to you, it can be real. Like, it really is for you. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small, Cancer. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you're a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that come just from being you. And then with surrender stubbornness, we have, if you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. So yeah, there's an energy of patience needed there. I just heard patience. So having patience with yourself, maybe when this comes up, when this decision arises, that sounds like a good issue to me. You're worth it, Cancer. Yeah, and at the bottom of the deck, we have surrender stress. So take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. So you may want to do some breathing work, breathing exercises, and probably some nice videos on YouTube showcasing some breath work. Let's move on to the Moonology deck for you. Let's do one more. What does Cancer need to know from the Moonology deck? Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon. Whoa. Cancer. All right. Work through your fears. That was a lot that came out. And luck is on your side. New moon in Scorpio, new moon in Sagittarius. At the bottom of the deck we have here, you and your loved ones are safe. So let me just shuffle these again and see what else wants to come out, because there were like a ton of cards that came in. I don't know if they were all supposed to come out. Anything else for Cancer from the Moonology deck? It's time to release negativity. So this full moon, if you're in the mood for that, go ahead and just maybe set some intentions to release the things that no longer serve you. Because a win-win outcome is forecast. And when you come into whatever this beautiful energy is going to be for you, you don't want to be stuck on those negative thought patterns or the overthinking and asking a million different people their opinion, when really this is going to be about what you want, Cancer, and what's best for you and your life path. Okay? So let's move on to the tarot. 7:17 on the clock. All right, let's see. What does Cancer need to know from the tarot? Starting out with the Eight of Pentacles. This could have something to do with work for you. The Moon. The Fool. The Devil. And the Page of Swords. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups. Okay, and I just started hearing Don't You Forget About Me. It's an 80s song from like those Molly Ringwald, John Hughes movies of the 80s. Don't you forget about me. So with the Six of Cups here, this could be, you could be concerned about some children that are in your life, or this could have something to do with your inner child. Some things that you want, that you've wanted for a long time. You could be reviewing the past. Yeah, it's like you're working toward it, but the overall energy is the Six of Cups. You're working toward new things and new beginnings, but it's like there's something you can't see, and maybe what you're working toward, you just don't know, and you're afraid of that. And so maybe you're looking at the past like, it couldn't be so bad to maybe fall back on XYZ. Whatever that thing is for you, to fall back on that, because I know what that is. That's safe. I know the parameters, and it'll give me like a safe space. Like if you're in an in-between phase, but then that would almost feel like you're juggling your new beginning and making a decision that's really not in your own best interest. Because we have the Eight of Pentacles starting out here, which is like you're working towards something, you're building something, and you're doing well at it. But you may not feel that way, because crossing that, we do have the Moon. It's like the unknown and secrets. And what did I just say? I kept saying secrets when I first pulled out the Surrender to Miracles card. So I feel like there's something that you can't see yet. You just don't, it's just not apparent yet, Cancer, but there's something on its way that's going to be a real blessing. That's what I'm feeling. But you can't see it. And because you can't see it yet, you may be willing to slip back into old patterns or old cycles, old ways, whether it's like a career or something. Let's say you're in between, you know, and you're like, oh, I know what I really want to do, but that might just be a hoop dream. So why don't I just go pick up this job? I know, you know, I know that'll be safe. And then you may do that, and before you know it, you stop thinking about this new thing you were pursuing. I feel like that would be, without me overstepping my position here, but I feel like that would be a step in the wrong direction. So even though I'm hearing don't you forget about me, I'm also hearing don't look back, which is wild because that's been happening a lot. It's like conflicting energies. I feel like the don't you forget about me is maybe your inner child and your actual desires in life. And the don't look back is like, don't look back at this mundane existence you've had so far. Things that have just been tepid, like, okay, there can be miracles if you believe. But if you don't, and you're just like, well, I'll go back to that thing that's so familiar to me. You know, I'll go back to that ex that's just so, you know, we know each other. We break up and make up, but whatever. I'll go back to them. And then, you know, let's say you do that and then you end up meeting somebody who's absolutely fantastic, but you've gone back and committed to that ex who you already know is just like someone you're settling for. So that kind of energy is here. And the Fool here being your focus, it's like you are focused on a new beginning, but at the same time, I feel like you feel just a bit wobbly with it. You're just not sure whether or not to take that step. And so that might have you in the energy of possibly making a reckless choice with the Fool energy. So there's a need to really get into that prayer, surrendering to trust. You know, I don't want to tell everybody to pray if you're not a praying person, but whatever it is that gets you grounded, you know, you're being advised to do that. And in this case, it's like surrender to prayer, surrender to the magic of who you are, surrender to miracles. Like you're being asked to really tap into that ethereal, I just heard, ethereal side of your life. And it may be a time in your life when you did believe in miracles. Maybe when you were a child, because there is something new on the way to you. It could be a new partnership. Yeah, we have a new partnership here. We have justice right here. But here's this pesky Nine of Swords, you know, manifesting the darkest possibilities and just thinking to yourself, oh, that'll never work out. It'll never work out, you know, stressing about it. And before you know it, it's like Oedipus Rex. He's manifesting the worst possible outcome because it's all he thinks about, no matter what he's achieved in life. And that's not a place you want to be. So moving on from your focus is your advice. This took me off guard. The Devil. And this as advice to me is saying it's time for you to review, right? Work through your fears. What is the devil energy in your life right now? And maybe you can look back at your past with compassion and not thinking this is all that's ever going to be for me, but what from my past do I need to really release? Like really release so that I can trust in the new, trust in the unknown, and believe that there is something good on the way, even if I don't see it just yet. Yeah, and I really do believe that's the advice here, and the outcome is you reviewing. With the Page of Swords here, it's you studying, it's you mulling over what's been going right in your life, what's been going wrong in your life. And how can you expand on what's going right? And it most likely will involve, I'm hearing Knight of Cups. it'll most likely involve what makes you feel good inside, what makes you feel fulfilled. And going toward that, continuing to go toward that, because I feel you have been, Cancer, or at least the desire to has been there. Let's see, can I get one more on this Devil card here? Three of Pentacles. Yep. And we have the Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So it's like not wanting or being blind to something, not really paying attention to what's going on the inside. Something you'll have to go into your intuition for. Trust is involved there too, right? With the blindfold. But I think that's what it is. It's like, what do you want to build toward? What is that you want to work toward? And even though this is a card of like working with others, there's no one else here in this, and that's what I'm seeing right now. It's like you holding this pinnacle and then saying, well, how can I expand? I think that's what this is for you, Cancer. Let's see, can I get another on the Page of Swords? We have the Page of Pentacles and the Hangman. Yep. Page of Pentacles, new developments, new beginnings that are promising because you're working toward them, like you're putting in the work toward something that's going to be, good, promising as long as you're working toward it. And then the Hangman, reflection, thought, not being stuck in this situation, because the Hangman can also represent enlightenment, awakening. It's like awakening to what it is you actually want to go toward, because you're reviewing with compassion towards yourself and grace towards yourself and for yourself. What is it that I can keep, and what is it that I can really release? And like when with what I'm keeping, how can I make that grow? How can I really move toward the things that make me happy? And I just heard that make me me. So some of you may be trying to get to the real you, like what is the ideal life for Cancer? And I feel like that's what you're being guided to do. Emperor here at the bottom of the deck. So, do I want to close with the Rebel deck for you guys or the Angel cards? I feel like the Angel cards are more appropriate for right now. What advice do we have for Cancer from the Angel Wisdom deck? Whoa. Yeah, we got the Emperor again, and we got the Empress. For some of you, whatever this is that you're going to be working toward is going to lead you on the path to actually coming into what you're supposed to be doing, ideally, and also to who you're supposed to be with. It's like it'll be a match for you. Once you get into that vibration of what it is you truly want and believing that you can actually have it, and then working toward those things and building on those, you're going to be working toward your ideal life. And that's going to bring you into this match energy, Empress, Emperor together. But right now, I feel like this is you taking on both energies. The Empress, creation, and the Emperor, organization, logic, sorting everything out, running things. And the Empress, yeah, like I'm fertile, I birth. I birth. I have ideas. Yeah, I got ideas for days. Write them down. How do you want to achieve them? The ones that are coming from your heart space. I really like it, Cancer. And let's just see what's at the bottom of the deck here. Page of Cups. Yep. Sensitive, open-hearted, inexperienced, moody messages regarding relationships, new emotional experiences, a romantic encounter, social invitations or event, heightened psychic abilities. So yeah, the Page of Cups here for me is you are going toward what your heart wants. And that's going to lead you toward what your heart wants. I think really like a partner even. Somebody who's going to be on the same wavelength if you don't already have that. So that's really beautiful, Cancer. That's what I have for you. I'm so happy for you. This is a good reading. So yeah, just work on releasing those fears, releasing those unfounded fears, Nine of Swords energy, and then also consider what it is that makes you truly happy in life and what it is you really want. Review the past with compassion, but don't get stuck on it. Let it go, and then move toward those new things. Love you, Cancer, and I'll see you back very soon. Bye.